years. He's performed in New York City. He's hosted rooms all over Atlanta. He's been on TV, and he's a little inappropriate. Well, he's very inappropriate. He goes by Mr. Inappropriate. Let's give it up for Mr. Inappropriate, Damon. My introduction was inappropriate. Damon, Mr. Inappropriate. Yep.
I am so happy to be here. Give it up for yourselves. Just want you to know you're going to be my new baby mama. You are fine as hell. I want to give a public service announcement just so we start this out right. There's some shit that's going to fly out my mouth that's going to be a little inappropriate, a little biased, a little sexist, a little racist. Forgive me, because God knows my heart. He knows I'm biased, sexist, and a little bit racist. But he still loves me. He still loves me. Are y'all ready for it? Let me hear you say hell yeah. Let me hear you say hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. This is the only job you can sit down on a job. I can do what I want to do. Yeah, it's called stand-up, but I want to sit down. My balls hurt. I'm 47 years old. I can't do things young people do, like get in and out of the car. I get in and out of the car like this. And get in like this. You understand what I'm talking about. You know there has been one time that you have gotten in the car and sat on one ball and it hurt like hell. I know it has happened. And you were screaming for Jesus like, oh my God. Oh my God. Your wife was like, what's wrong? I said, oh, my prostate and my ball. 22 years married to the same woman. 22 years married. Give it up for me. Well, stop clapping because you don't understand my pain. I told her right from the gate, you're gonna respect me. I pay half the bills in here some of the time. You'll get that in the car. But I went out for a job. I try to get my life together. You know what I'm saying? I try to do the right thing. Went out for a job interview today. The employer says to me, Mr. Clark, how bad do you really want this job? I said, call Wells Fargo and Georgia Power and they'll tell you how bad I need this fucking job. Trying to get this thing together. I said to her, listen, I'm gonna do what it takes to keep the food on the table, the lights on, and the mortgage paid. She gonna get a little attitude because I was fucking a paraplegic chick on the couch one day. And I said to her, listen, these disability checks don't bounce. Get her wheelchair, her bus about to pull up. I know I'm so wrong for that. So wrong. I got 2 kids. 2 of the laziest kids I have ever seen in my damn life. I've seen crackheads do more in 1 hour than my kids do all damn week. The youngest one leaves all kind of shit all around the house. He leaves his jeans over here, baseball hat over here, sneakers over here. He left his cell phone on the couch. Now I picked the cell phone up. I was wrong for that. I went right to the pictures. There's a picture of this nigga's dick in the phone, and I was mad as shit. And then I was envious because it was a 1992 flip phone. It was bigger than mine, and I didn't understand all of that. I'm like, I gotta get my thing together. But I went and sent them to private school. I wanted them to get a better education than I had. This little fool brings a chick home, skips school, to have sex. And the only reason I know is because I checked his Facebook page. He wrote in his status, just had anal sex for the first time. I went right to his room. I said, that's why your friends think you're gay, because you didn't finish the sentence with a girl. I paid for a good education. I need you to use it. My oldest son comes home one day, Dad, I'm going to college. So I looked at him the same way I'm looking at you. And he says to me, aren't you proud of me? I said, motherfucker, you're 30 years old. Anything to get you out of the house right now will work for me. He said, oh no, I'm going online. I said, kill yourself. 22 years married, you know, we gotta kind of keep the sex alive. My wife looked at me one day and said, baby, we gotta keep this thing alive. I want to keep the grind going. I said, okay, what do you want to do? She said, treat me like a hoe. I took her to the hotel. I put my pants down to my knees, fucked her from the back. When she went in the bathroom, I left her 2 Newports, a half a blunt, and a half a motherfucking beer. And I broke out. When she got home, I said, wasn't that good for you? It was good for me. She said, let's try this again next week. So the next week came, she said, let's have a threesome. I said, cool, let's have a threesome. I'm down with that. I came home today, there were 2 other dudes fucking the shit out of her. She leaned over to the side and said, oh, you thought I meant with you. Man, that's deliberate disrespect. I don't understand. I've been trying to keep it right. She comes to me with stuff that I don't really want to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to do. She comes to me while I'm watching sports and says, oh, there's a light going on in my car. I don't work for fucking Amoco. Oh, honey, there's a leak in the sink. Like my name is Roto-Rooter. I came home Sunday, all of it got fixed. I said, baby, how much did it cost? She said, nothing. Rob from down the block came over and fixed everything. I said, well, how much did it cost? I mean, what did he ask for? He said, give him some, or bake him a cake. I said, well, what kind of cake did you bake him? She said, my name is not Betty Crocker. I think she's learning a couple of things. You know, by day, we all have to have a day job. As comics, we don't make a lot of money, so I wait tables by the day. I wait tables at Ted's Montana Grill. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't write any of this stuff. Most of it happens right at the table. I moved from New York down south to Georgia. I did not know that there was some country ass shit going on down here. I had a family of a mother, a father, a daughter, and a son. I looked at them and I said, hey, how y'all doing? I did not take for any moment that the camouflage was going to give all that country shit away. I started talking to the daughter. She started talking well. She had a plan in her life. I was like, wow, I'm impressed. I started talking to the son. I said, hey, little man, what grade are you in? He thought for 3 minutes and said, 3rd grade, but I like the 2nd better. I said, this is going downhill. So as a man, talking to a young man, we asked him the same question. Hey, you got a girlfriend? He said, nope, I don't like girls unless they're in my family. The father turned red. I said, you sent them back 25 years. You know this is Atlanta, Georgia. You know they date cousins and friends and all kind of shit. Shut up. Be quiet. Don't say anything else. The father looked at me and said, I don't know. He's not really my son. I dated her and she had a child before I got with her. I really don't want to put a claim to him. I said, I understand your pain. I wish my kids were white so I could have beat the other charge. Yeah, you'll get that. I knew at 6 years old, I didn't like my kids. When they were born, I was like, oh, those are my 2 little princes. About 6 years old, like, somebody else is raising my kids. These kids are not mine. I'm doing community service. About 16, I was like, these are not mine. You have cheated on me. Because my kids are good. They do what they're supposed to do. I have a gay son. I'm not mad at him. But he chose to come out at the wrong time. The 4th of July cookout, when I got all my coworkers and friends, is not the time to come out with purple shorts, with your ball hanging out on one side and a pink tank top. No, you don't come out and ask for where's the beans and franks. And I know moving down to Atlanta, this is the gay capital of the world. San Francisco has nothing on Atlanta. I know this.
I did not know that.
You didn't know that? Well, let me tell you. I'm walking through the Cumberland Mall minding my own damn business. I'm walking through the mall and behind me I hear, damn, you look good in them jeans. Now I'm from New York. I'm about to turn around and punch somebody in the face. I turn around. He is 6'6", 320 pounds, and all I could muster out of my mouth was, thank you. Are we going to the Gap? Yeah, that was rough for me. A little rough. Single ladies. Any single ladies in the house? You're lonely. I know there's a lot of women out here looking for a good man. Get your shit together and they'll be looking for you. don't know. Yeah, that's kind of mean, but it's true. Listen, at 47 years old, I went out and got me a sports car, and I had to turn it up. I was on 85 doing 85. I was on 85 doing 95. I saw the blue lights behind me. I was doing 100. I ran that bitch until it ran out of gas. Cop gonna come up to me, man, are you crazy? I said, hey, relax a second. I'm going through some shit. My wife left me for a cop. I thought you was bringing her ass back. He gonna say to me, why are you wearing a bulletproof vest? I said, why are you wearing a bulletproof vest? He said, so nobody can kill me. I looked him dead in his eyes and said, Ferguson, so am I. Oh, that's too soon? I'm inappropriate, that's what I do. It is way inappropriate. Listen, my name is Damien, Mr. Inappropriate. You can find me on Facebook, D-A-M-I-O-N, Mr. Inappropriate, Instagram, all of that. Y'all have a great night.
Yeah. Mr. Inappropriate, everybody. Damien, give it up for him. Keep going, keep going. Fantastic. Excellent comment. All right, guys, we got a big treat for you coming up right now. We have a, once in a while at the bar here, we do a, kind of like a dueling math comic.